Warhammer 40k can be extremely easy to learn and get into, and all it takes is the right guidance to show you how to play the game and get started in the hobby so you can dive right in and have fun. And that's what we want to do here at Knights at the Game Table. We've all been there where we start this hobby and we have no idea what we're doing. We have no idea how to paint. We're getting frustrated because the game can seem complicated. We've invested all this money into buying our army or, getting started, and we just don't want to waste it. And that's why we started the Knights of the Game Table membership, to help people that struggle to get into the hobby, learn how to play, learn how to paint, and just help them have fun and really get into it. We've helped a lot of people get started in this hobby, and even more people get competitive or level up their painting, or just everything you can imagine when it comes to spending time with their families or their friends, or just even developing new friends in this hobby. But don't take my word for it. Here is what some of our members have had to say about their time in the Knights of the Game Table membership.
I haven't really had, apart from just the general Facebook pages, I haven't had a great deal of inspiration and motivation and that sort of thing. So actually sort of paying for a proper dedicated hobby membership has actually motivated me quite a bit more to actually get amongst it and open up the videos, watch your bat reps.
People say that you need like 10,000 hours to master anything, but really how much time do you need to spend before something is fun?
Well, okay, so I thought it was going to be all about finesse and how delicate and accurately you can paint, which of course is going to help, and you will get better at that over time. I have never painted anything before except this, like my first apartment when I moved in, I painted the walls, but that's my only experience. So I thought this was going to be a thing that I'd have to practice to get good. And well, of course, that's true. You need to practice to get good at anything. I found it interesting that there's actually just a procedure you can follow that makes you look pro right away.
My painting has come along so far in the last little while.
I really love watching Aaron's videos. He shows you, he walks you through it, and everything else to break things down really easy. Really, what he's doing, it makes it seem probably a lot easier than it is when you actually get into it.
Painting white has always been a struggle or at least for me. And like the White Scars tutorial through the videos saved me just buckets and buckets of time. Like I painted an Imperial Knight. Like I painted my girlfriend a little Hello Kitty Imperial Knight. And it just saved hours and hours and hours of time. And it looked phenomenal. And it was super easy.
Good at sort of developing my skills. So certainly they're starting to get into the null and oil and Agrax Earth shade shading, and sort of just adding a bit of depth and a bit of character to the minis. So yeah, no, it's been awesome.
It was easy to follow, and then you do it once and you understand why they're there. So I followed it on faith first, not really getting why I was doing it, and then I understood why I was doing it, which meant that the next time I did a model, I kind of even added a little of my own to it. And I have like a model right here, and I'll actually hold up to the camera the lighting here. Let me actually add some lighting to this. So the thing is that it's kind of hard to see, but like there's even dark spots. There's areas where it's like, the details are, I have my gold Necrons and there's black in here. And this is my first model I ever painted. I had never painted anything before. And just following the order of operations, you have these intricate details where like there's black in the little grooves where the joints are and the gold's around the outside. And I didn't have to finesse it. It actually just went there because of the order I followed.
I think a lot of it has to do with like having somebody tell you the right way to do something versus finding it out for yourself. It's huge. Like you can go and bang your head up against a model for just ages and ages and ages, but if somebody comes around and tells you, it's like, hey, if you undercoat like this and you dry brush like that, it looks better and it saves you a bucket of time. And all of a sudden it's like, oh my God.
Because like I do go back and watch his quite a bit, find chunks that I'm working on, because I can turn like what he did on the bikes for the 14-day challenge, moves over to my Ravenwing bikers really almost seamlessly.
My shading game was really weak. That's really just that in and of itself has helped big time. It's amazing what you can do with some Agrax Earth shade.
Being a member of the team and looking at all the videos, it's been quite helpful for improving both my hobby and setting up my workspace just right as well.
But I'm building a Necron board, and I'm going to just like take pictures of it, and because I saw you guys doing like hour painting challenges, so I'm going to like post what I can do in an hour. and I'm just doing that for fun because I can actually make stuff look really good, and then saying like, oh, I did it in an hour is insane. So it's just become a super fun thing to do because of this process, because I know I can go and do it well.
Specifically for the Blood Angels, I gave it a try, and I can't paint them any other way now. I mean, it's like he made it so much easier, and cut off so much time.
Sometimes when you're looking at a painting tutorial on like YouTube or something, that you look at it and you try to copy what they do, and it just turns out completely different. And just the way Matt explains things seems to jive with how I paint myself.
But I enjoy watching them. I can see a lot of what's going on. To look at it on my stuff for my army as I'm painting it.
I had been really doing everything kind of simple, if that's, and just being introduced, heck, to even just like, what was it, that one, I can't remember his name, but it was the Golden Demon winner, like just doing cross hatching with a paintbrush was kind of neat. That weird kind of comic style cross hatching that I'm going to try with the Space Marines.
Well, so I wanted to play, because the game is tactical, and I've been playing strategy games my whole life. So I thought this was just going to be something I had to get through, and it was going to be horrible. And it was like a necessary chore that I had to do to play. However, because I realized that I can be good at this, I think one of the things that makes people addicted is knowing that you're good right away. Like if you have a talent right away, they're going to like it. So seeing that I can be good right away, and people were complimenting me on my Necrons right away, going, oh, that's so cool, made me actually like it now. So I actually paint all the time. I almost paint daily, especially on times I'm on conference calls. It's something I do before I go to bed. When I wake up, I actually want to do it. I try not to, because I try to get to work right away, but I can easily find myself painting. And I think that's because I'm good. It turns out I'm good at it. Secretly, I know that it's like anybody can be good at it. You just do it in order. But I think a huge part of making something addicting is being good at it right away, and then knowing you can get better. So I'm good at it right away. I'm good enough that people compliment me. However, I can get even better.
Like painting red it stumps almost every new painter. But like the painting tutorial, like he does the Blood Angels painting tutorial that I was able to transfer to the Adeptus Sororitas. Like I run Ebon Chalice, and they have red on the inside of their little cloth tabard things. And so being able to transfer skills like that into other projects is really valuable.
He does it in the way I like the way he paints, and still working on that highlighting techniques.
Doing this is going to make it more fun. I wouldn't have liked painting if I would have just like taken a paintbrush and tried to micro all the details. And it turns out with this process, the details kind of come out when you go in an order. You don't have to like paint these little joints. You don't have to, it's just kind of there because of the order I did it in.
I love watching the battle reports. Those are great because it allows me to see how all the different armies play, and it gives me a little bit of an idea on how to change out my tactics. Because I play against a bunch of different armies, and it's always nice to see how the different ones run.
Plus, I watch a lot of bat reps too, and they kind of help get you back up to speed. And now with 9th edition, it's a lot of other things have changed. So,
shoot, it took me a long time to get into 8th, but I'm getting in there a lot quicker. Especially understanding more of the like objective-driven portion of the games. Heck, even watching some of the videos on the site, you guys playing kind of helps with that strategy too.
I haven't been able to play very much lately because COVID. This past weekend was actually my first full game of 9th Ed. It's like, well, I was definitely a lot more ready. I was definitely a lot more ready to play because of watching the battle reports.
I'd recommend it like the guy that recommended it to me. But yeah, no, he was talking about like, dude, do it. Just the painting tutorials alone are worth it. But definitely the strategy. When y'all are breaking down like just like one individual component of the game, that's hella helpful. Really, it is.
The best tool out of the membership is the codex analysis. That it gives you, like, new players have a tendency to net list, and like everybody does it from time to time, I suppose. But the codex analysis really lets you kind of percolate and come to conclusions yourself about how you want to play the game. Because at the end of the day, this is a hobby we're all here to have fun.
Because I was clueless when that started. I think the biggest one for me was really the breakdown on the transports. Like, 'cause I got my start in second, and so I had this mentality of how transports were supposed to work, and then like eighth kind of threw a wrench in it, and I just stopped using transports, and now that article really helped break it down.
I think the group's probably the best part of the whole thing, the community. Get so many different perspectives. It's like, hell yeah.
It's really easy to get your questions answered. There were quite a few people that answered real quick with a couple of different lists that I'm actually I've got most of, but working towards some stuff. A lot of good advice.
Ended up being really good about talking about different units and how the new Primaris units are going to work in with my fists.
I'm definitely loving the site so far.
I mean, if you can't afford the lifetime membership, definitely do a year at least, and then go from there. I mean, I just happened to we just moved house, so I had a bit of cash to spare, so I thought, yeah, let's go for it. And at that point, it was hopefully it'll motivate me a bit more, and boy, has it what. It's been fantastic.
You pay for it up front. You never have to worry about it again. You'll always have access to everything.
I would recommend it for anyone.
It's awesome. Loving it. Totally loving it. Yep. Keep up the good stuff. Keep up the bat reps. Totally loving nights at the game table.
And so there you have it. If you're interested in learning more about our membership so that you can get results like that, and so that you can dive into the hobby, so you can have fun with your friends, have fun with your family, have time to play, have time to paint, and really enjoy the game and the hobby that we all love so much, then just click on the link here and go to our website. You can learn more about what exactly our membership is, what it has, and what it can do for you.